The new season of South Korea's professional volleyball league, the V-League, is just around the corner, kicking off on October 22nd. Across the country, teams are hard at work getting ready for the first serve. And one team attracting plenty of attention is the Cheonan Hyundai Capital Skywalkers. Under head coach Phillipe Blain, the Skywalkers captured a historic treble last season, the first in the club's history. Blain himself was named Coach of the Year, and remarkably, he accomplished all of this in his very first year in the league. So what's next for the Skywalkers as they head into the new campaign? What can fans look forward to? And how does the team plan to build on last year's incredible success? To share more, we're joined now on the line by Coach Phillipe Blain. Coach Blain, welcome.
Welcome. Good evening.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And firstly, I have to start with a congratulations on a fantastic first year in the league. Looking ahead now as we approach the next season, how are preparations underway and for the upcoming season?
You are just picking back as all the national team players that we are waiting for. And now we try to understand how with the new players and with the new progress that some players have done during the summer, how you can keep a strong group on the court to be able to reach our goal.
There are a total of 7 teams in the South Korean Professional Volleyball League, or V-League. Which teams do you think are the strongest contenders for the championship title?
The V-Leagues is a very tough competition because there is many matches, too much. And so one of the key issues, I think, for each team is to keep everyone in a good shape as long as we can, able to all the time for his match to be able to present the best team that we can. So this is the first, I think, important point that we have to deal with.
So sounds like everybody is competition. Last season, the Cheonan Hyundai Capital Skywalkers won a treble with you at the helm, ending the Incheon Korean Air Jumbo's 4-year reign. It marked the Skywalkers' first ever treble as they won the Korean Volleyball Federation Cup, which is a pre-season tournament in which V-League teams compete, the 2024-2025 regular season and the championship title. What factors do you think contributed to the team's success last season?
Obviously, we played the first competition, the Kovo Cup, without really a very expert setter. But as well, if no one was expecting our victories, you make a great competition. And I think that gives a lot of confidence to everyone. Obviously, when you can make the trade and bring back Bin as a main setter for our competitions, for the next competitions, our offense became more stable and more efficient. So I think it was a very important for issues. But anyway, at the end, you can watch that we have the 2 MVP of the season with Subong and Leo. So all the team has made great during all the season.
So maybe you started this season being a little bit underestimated. Unfortunately, I don't think you'll have that advantage this season. What are some of the challenges you had to go through along the way?
Normally we said that when a team win a lot, the most important thing that this team have to forget all the wins they done. They can keep experience, they can quick the benefit of all these victories, but they have to accept to restart from the bottom and to works and to be focused as if you don't win nothing last season. Because if you want to continue to be on the top, you have to make all the effort that this position requires.
Right. You made your coaching debut in the V-League last season. How would you describe your first season as a head coach?
It was not my first season as a head coach of a team, but obviously when I arrived in just after Olympics, I have not a lot of time to really understand the V-League. So I discovered many things on the last moments, and so I see that he was a very compact leagues with too much matches, sometimes too much player in the roster, because if you want really to take care of everyone, this is very difficult for the staff. But anyway, I try to focus on the most important things, the priorities that I have to take in consideration to try to bring my experience and to make the team successful. And what I do, I select some important points that I want to carry on, and it was successful.
So it sounds like you had a short time to learn quite a lot, but your players often describe you as a communication expert. How would you define your coaching style, and in what ways do you work to connect and communicate effectively with your team?
A coach should be resources for his teams. So we are here to, first of all, have a vision of where you want to go and how to reach the goal. We need to have expertise to create a great plan to work and to compete. And after, the most important thing is that we have, our job is to make our player autonomous and be able to take decisions on the court. No coach can play instead of the players. You are here just to help them to take the right decision at the right moment, to give you the capacity to have the right resources to do it. And that's all. So that needs communication, that needs, from my side, to understand how they work, how they feel good or so they feel better. So you need to communicate and you need to have a lot of meeting with the players. Difficulties for me was sometimes direct communication because I don't speak Korean. Most of my players don't speak English. So we have a communication through interpreter. Fortunately, ours is very good. But you need time and you need to spend energy for this.
It sounds like communication is key to your success. Now, before coming to South Korea, you've coached in other countries such as France and Japan. You took the reins for the Japanese men's national team from 2022 to 2024 and the French men's national team from 2001 to 2012. How does South Korean men's volleyball compare to those countries?
For Japan, it was more longer than you say because I start 2017 and I make two Olympics with the Japan national team. So it was a long experience. And it was important for me to have a so long experience for my first time in Asia because ASEAN are a difficult culture, different culture, different traditions that we have in Europe. So my job first was to understand, to adapt to these situations. So when I arrived in Korea, it was a little bit easier as well if Korean and Japanese are not exactly the same, but I have already a knowledge about how ASEAN players are used to work and are used to communicate or to try to find a good fit. So it was more helpful. But, any place where you arrive, you need to take the time to understand the people, understand the traditions, understand the club, understand many things. Because if you want to advise the right things and to help the teams and the players to grow up, you have first to take the time to understand them and understand the reality. So this time I have to hurry a little bit, but I was pretty easy to succeed in these communications.
And what motivated you to come to South Korea and to coach in the V League?
But I am someone who is really attracted by the project, and when the when the people from Hyundai Capital come to explain to me what they have, which project they have for their teams, and they want that I try to lead this project. I think a great company with a great histories, great facilities here, and so I'm at that moment. I think that it was the right project for me, and I am not disappointed because really I find a great company with helping me a lot to try to make the renewal of these teams, and we really succeed.
As we've just spoken about briefly, you've had experience coaching in other countries and now having a season underneath your belt here in South Korea. What efforts would you suggest could be made to improve South Korean men's volleyball?
Many things, I think. My point of view, Korean volleyball is too much turned to himself. They have to open and have to look what they have to change to be able to become a top level country in volleyball. Perhaps first in Asia and after looking for words. But now we are too much focus on traditions or culture, always making the same. And so now is really time for Korea to change and to look at how you can really try to reach the top levels as a league. Because if you take the consideration Japan League just closer, they are making a great achievement. And so it's time for Kovo to change and to look how you can proceed for the top levels. And it will be the same for Korean national teams. We have to have a vision of a few years to try to really to improve our skill and our qualities.
And Coach Blain, do you think if South Korean volleyball does take a more outward look, is not so insular, is the potential there to reach that top level?
Well, yeah, potential there is. After is how you implement this. Sometimes we have talent in your hands, but you don't know which kind of vision we have to apply to this talent to bring them to the top. And this is exactly what we are Kobo or Korean Federation have in hand. There is talent, and this talent now have to be more work on and changing and opening to the world and trying to make the things differently to expect to reach the top levels. When I start with Japan, we have quite the same ranking with Korea. Now Japan reaches the second place and Korea is place 25. So it is time to really to change this way and to bring back to the top levels.
And to hopefully to climb the ranks. Now, with the regular season just over a week away, can you share with us your goals for the new season?
We take a lot of pleasure last season winning a lot of matches. So you want to continue to have this feeling with the group and continue to enjoy what we do on the court. And obviously, victory is important. I think that everyone is looking to have another great season. But at the same time, we know that many teams make a great effort to be stronger next season. So it will be a tough competition for 2025.
Before we let you go, do you have a message for the Skywalkers fans? What can they expect from the team this coming season and what should they be most excited about?
Last year's from 5 of April, we don't have the chance to share official match with our fans. So now we look forward to going back to our arena to have a competition emotion of the court with a great atmosphere that our fan was making inside the arena. So now we are expecting this because it's a too long period without this pleasure to share with them. So we really expect the 20th of October match against KB at home to start our season and to show that we, Skywalker, will be still a great team in this championship.
That was Phillipe Blain, head coach of the Cheonan Hyundai Capital Skywalkers, reflecting on last season's historic treble and sharing his outlook for the campaign ahead. With the new V-League season set to begin on October 22nd, fans will be eager to see whether the Skywalkers can build on their momentum and continue their winning ways. Coach Blain, thank you very much for your time today and best of luck to you and the team as the season gets underway.
Thank you very much and see you around the court, Aurora.
I hope so. Thank you so much.